Hello everybody, welcome to We Like Dota. This is We Like Dota Casual Match and Draft Commentary. I am Brian Sabone Yinger, and I'm bringing you another replay courtesy of We Like Dota, friend of the show, Cheeks-a-Flappin, and he will be playing our Sven here.
30 seconds to showtime.
And I did see when I watched the, I guess the picking phase of this replay that this is random draft, so good on you guys for doing something other than all pick. And I know Cheeks likes the Sven quite a bit, so I'm sure he was pleased to be able to get Sven. And if you do notice that with the update, you can zoom out, which is really crazy. I'm not sure how to use this. I'm not sure what to do with it, but that's okay. That's okay. We'll figure it out. So I'll try not to be too annoying with that. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the lanes here. We do have Cheeks-a-Flappin on the Sven in the Dire safe lane. We do have Rainbow Dash on the Tusk in the mid lane. And Emmylou will be playing the Dazzle. And in the off lane we do have a Slark and Ogre Magi lane, which I suspect will be kind of a difficult lane, given that... Okay, well it's 2 melee against 2 melee, so... I guess that'll be okay. And we do have a little harassment happening here, and a slight wraparound, which isn't going to do too much, and Sausage Coma might be giving up first blood here, but we do have a pounce on the Abaddon, and we might have a first blood on the Abaddon here, and both teams are just going to back off. Wow, that was really close, good lord. And there was a little bit of harassment from the cleave, the Tidebringer cleave from Kunkka. So let's see what's going on in the top lane here. Sven is almost dead. He's going to need to use a healing salve here. And this is not smart for him to go in here being so low. He can get taken down real easily. But Emmylou will get first blood on the Tinker with the right clicks coming out from the Dazzle. So good work. And for the love of God, Cheeks, use that healing salve. There you go. Yeah, we did just do an episode about the healing salve, so you should know all about it. And in the mid lane, it's pretty quiet. It is TA against Tusk, and I'm not sure how that lane matchup goes, but we do have a snowball into Ice Shards, and Tusk might give up a kill here. The TA did have the refraction up. I'm not sure how many charges she had, but refraction does prevent damage, so look out for that. Don't want to be snowballing in there and initiating when she has a couple of those stacks up. Slark taking a decent amount of harass damage. We do have a pounce in on the Abaddon, and we might have another kill here on the Abaddon, though Slark might go down himself in the exchange. And the Dire do back up and live to see another day. But Abaddon was killed. I'm not sure how Abaddon even died, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm not sure what just happened. Wait, we gotta replay this. Especially if Abaddon's saying it's a load of shit. Oh, it was the tower. No. Oh, that's not a load of shit. He should have known to back up. He should have known not to be diving towers like that. Come on, man. And I do like this addition of the replay bar kind of being down at the bottom. But every time I scroll down, the replay kind of scrub bar or whatever it is shows, which is kind of annoying. So good on the Dire. They do have the rune spot warded up, but it doesn't look like Tusk has really been able to take advantage of it. So we do have poor Abaddon going back to lane, sitting on that Ring of Basilius, and I think I've mentioned this before, but you want to click and turn that off so that your lane doesn't push, because that aura will cause the lane to push, because your creeps your creeps will be a little bit stronger, and you want to make sure that, you know, nothing is pushing your lane out. Oh, in the mid lane, TA's probably going to get a kill on the Tusk, and does. She did have that refraction up yet again, so that's going to be a bit of a tough lane for Tusk, I think. Not necessarily a good matchup. Looks like we have Abaddon potentially going in for a wraparound. And the X was used, but I believe it was canceled, maybe? I'm not really sure. Looking at the farm, no surprise, we do have TA on top, so I suspect this TA is going to be a decent amount of trouble for our dire friends. And my phone is beeping. Hold on here. Yeah, I'm just not going to worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. I'll just put it on silent. And looks like we might be able to get a kill on the Naga Siren. And nope, not quite enough damage. Not wanting to dive that tower, which is good. And in the bottom lane, we did have Kunkka and Slark totally dominating the other lane. Missed that as I was turning my phone onto silent. Let's just go backwards here and see what happened. Okay, sorry about that. All right, no more rewinds. So Kunkka and Abaddon are pushing the tower here. They decide to fight under the tower, which when you're at level 3, that's not necessarily what you want to be doing. The stun from Kunkka is going to be off the mark. I want to say it's called Gush, but I know that's not right.
The Dire best do something about that bottom tower.
Oh, so Kunkka was able to take out the Ogre Magi and Slark took out the Abaddon. Okay. Alright, well that's pretty good.
Dire's bottom tower.
What is that called? What is that called? Torrent. Duh. Because you do the X Torrent, as they say. I hear that's a pretty hard combo, though, to hit. Slark is sitting on a Ring of Protection and a Magic Stick. TA does have her bottle up, so she'll be able to grab those runes and get some nice regeneration. And Cheeks, I'm going to call this into question here, Cheeks. I think you need to be picking up a Stout Shield here since you're melee against a Tinker. You're going to want that Stout Shield to help you last a little bit, take some harassment. And Tusk does have the bottle, the circlet, and 2 branches. I'm kind of surprised TA doesn't have more, to be honest with you. I don't want to give... I mean, it's kind of even right now. Tusk doesn't have boots, which the boots are always nice. So I think it's kind of even in the mid lane right now, even though TA did get 1 kill.
The rogue's thanks be with you.
Ogre Magi sitting on boots and branches. Slark has that Ring of Aquila. Aquila? I've also heard of Kia. I don't know what it is. But, oh, he did have the ring turned off and then toggled it back on. Okay, now it's back off. Radiant Side's going to be pushing this top tier 1 tower. Cheeks is getting low again, but he does have that wand to help him with some regen. And I really feel like these lanes have been pretty aggressive. Not a ton of kills, but a lot of just harassment. A ton of harassment, actually. And this lane just loves to dive. They love to dive under that tower. And we do have TA using her traps to kind of ward up the rune spots, if you will. She does have that haste rune bottled. And Tusk does go to... I can't imagine he'd be checking it. I would imagine that he was chasing after TA. And we have TA in the top lane with Naga and Tinker to try and potentially set up a gank, it looks like. But Tusk knows what's going up and decides to head up there as well. It looks like we could have a decent engagement happening up here. And we do have Ogre Magi quite low as well at the same time, and there's just action going on all over the map here. Ogre Magi will go down thanks to the Kunkka Cleave, the Tidebringer. That thing is so annoying to lane against. And Abaddon was killed thanks to... was it to tower damage? I'm not sure. I was trying to get up here to see if there was a fight up here breaking out, but I guess not. Or at least not yet. Oh, here we go. Tusk, what are you doing here, buddy? Snowballing in and going in 1v2, and the net gonna go down. from Naga Siren. She is going to call forth those illusions, and Tusk is going mighty deep here. I sure hope the Dire, his friends are behind here to help him out. And Cheeks on the Sven, he doesn't have a ton of health, so I'm not sure if they want to be fighting here.
Tower's having technical difficulties.
But hey, who knows? Maybe Abaddon will show up here to feed another death.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty
That
sight
could help
right
him out.
now.
Abaddon is really probably the best player on Dire's team. And I hate to say that because I don't want to be that guy, because I try to not be a jerk, but it's kind of true. And we do have another pounce on the Abaddon, and he definitely extended way too far forward in a 2v1 situation there. And Kunkka, it will be teleporting in. The boat goes in, going to be hitting the Slark as he gets slightly stunned. But I don't think they'll be able to get a kill here. And Ogre Magi using the stun on the Kunkka. Slark pouncing in yet again. He might be able to get another kill here. And I think they're going to be able to secure the Kunkka kill. So there we go. That is the definition of overextension there, ladies and gentlemen. Especially, I know it's really easy if you see somebody taking hits or, you know, taking damage to teleport in and try and clean up like that just happened. But I tend to tell people to err on the side of caution instead of aggression. But I'm also a support player, not a carry player. Good job on the Dazzle, getting those wards up. That is one of my favorite ward spots. Love that. And I really do enjoy the Dazzle. And Emmylou here has the Urn, which I really do like the Urn. Gives you a decent amount of flexibility, but also has no charges on it. So the Urn's really good if you're able to get some kills on it. And Abaddon going down yet again. He keeps fighting under the towers. You guys don't do that. Do not do that. You can fight under towers when you're, you know, level 10.
Mid-tower could use a hand.
Or even a little bit, you know, around that when you've tanked up a little bit. But gosh, he just takes so much damage from those towers. It's not, you don't want to be doing that. And Ogre Magi is going to go down to... Nope, boat's going to be off the mark, and I think Ogre Magi is going to be able to get out of here. Just keep running back to the fountain, you'll be fine. And Kunkka's going to go in on the Slark, and I'm not sure if he'll be able to get the kill with the Shadow Dance. And he does take some tower hits and does die. So that Shadow Dance really doing some work for Slark. Yes, the tower does do more damage than you, Kunkka, which is fine. That's how it works. Tusk going to snowball in and get a kill on... Oh, a big Walrus Punch killing the Tinker. That is... Gosh, I get the feeling that Abaddon is a League player, I think, maybe. Oh, did they up them? Oh, no, they did not up them.
Dire's mid-tower's having technical difficulties.
I wasn't saying he was a League player, as in like a... Yes, Rainbow Dash, you got it right. Good good job. See, I'm so proud of We Like Dota viewers. They know to not fight under the towers like that. But yeah, I wasn't meaning that he's a League player as a bad thing. Just I think the towers don't hit as hard in League. And we do have Slark going in 1v1 against Abaddon here. And Abaddon does back off. And TA does get the Tier 1 mid tower. Nobody really TP'd over to help defend that, which I think the Tier 1 mid is something you want to try and keep alive as long as possible, because when that falls, it really opens up so much of the map to you. Really opens up the entrance to the jungle up here, and you have a little bit, actually quite a bit better entrance to the Roche pit. So you want to look out for that. Try and defend that thing as best you can, but I do understand that sometimes game is hard. And I think we'd want the Dire to go ahead and deny this tower, since it's pretty low at 96 hit points. TA is melded, probably. I'm not sure if she's trying to set up a kill or trying to get away from Tusk. I think trying to set up a kill, and she doesn't really have any stuns or anything. So, oh, and Tusk goes snowball form. Runs that snowball right into her. Ice Shard's going to be right off the mark. And she does dive the tower, but wisely backs off as to not have an Abaddon situation, which good old Abaddon does get a kill. Slark does exchange with the Abaddon while Kunkka killed Slark. So that's good, I guess. And this Kunkka is doing pretty good. 3-2-1. Though Slark is 3-1-5. So good on old Slark. Let's switch over to net worth. No surprise there. TA is on top of the net worth chart. Score is 5-2, or 5-10, excuse me. So our friends, our good old dear beloved, we like Dota citizens, are doing pretty good for themselves. Doing pretty good. So I think we'll probably see the end of the laning phase pretty soon here, and I think we'll hopefully start to see some good old 5-man Dota action. Tusk snowballs in, gets the walrus punch off on the Kunkka, and looks like the stun from Sven is going to clean up Kunkka, no problem. Abaddon hanging around here. He says, hey, I've got my ring of health. I got my 2 rings of health, my cloak. I'm fine, yo. And I apologize, that's not funny. I'm not even going to try and do stupid voices anymore. Not going to do that. And Emilu playing a little far forward here, going to take a lot of missile hits, and the laser will just beam. The laser will just beam straight through her heart. I don't even know, guys. I'm not funny. I just need to stop trying. But on the other hand, I do have coffee, courtesy of Bent Tree Coffee Roasters of Kent, Ohio. I'm thinking of making for the We Like Dota League. Now, I'm not saying it's going to happen yet. Not saying that at all. But if it does, I'm thinking some of the prizes might have some Bent Tree coffee. Not making any statements or anything. I'm just saying it would be cool. And another tower goes down in favor of the Radiant. And this little mid push here is pushing the Dire back under their tower. And let's see what we got as far as items here. Not too many items. Kunkka is sitting on the phase boots, the circlet, and the gauntlets of strength. Abaddon has all those rings of health. TA does have the chrysalis. Tusk sitting on the bottle and is going for bracer. I would assume that Kunkka is also going for the bracers. Dazzle's working on the mech. Mana boot for Ogre Magi. And we do have a snowball on the Tinker, and the Ice Shard's going down, and the Walrus Punch, and Dazzle getting the last hit to take down Tinker. And let's see what we got going on here. And oh boy, Ogre Magi is a little caught out, but it will let the Dire wrap around a little bit. We are going to have Tusk going in with the snowball in the Ice Shards combo, and Abaddon's ultimate did proc. And Abaddon just doing work here. Or excuse me, TA. And all the right clicking, people just standing next to each other and right clicking. It is a freaking massacre here. And if I'm being honest, I'm not entirely sure what happened that last exchange. I know TA got a decent amount of kills. She got 1 kill. Slark, yeah, Slark just doing work. And the refraction really helping out TA here. But I think we're going to be able to see a TA kill. No problem. Pounce going down. She does use the meld. If only we had dust. Oh, the missiles! Tinker shows up with the missiles, and the Dire do back off. Dazzle does get the kill on the TA. So they said, we got what we came here for, and we're backing up.
Tower's getting banged up.
You know, I tell you, I've casted a decent number of replays and stuff like that, and I still have issues figuring out what's going on in team fights. They're just so chaotic. And Abaddon does pick up that Veil of, or Hood of Defiance, which I think is a decent pickup. I don't know. Really, I mean, Ogre Magi is going to be doing a decent amount of magical damage. Dazzle does a little bit with his Shadow Weave. Shadow Wave. X going down on a bat, and his ultimate does proc. Guys, stop hitting him. There you go. The boat does come in, will be off the mark. Naga Siren using the ultimate to stop the fight in its tracks as the rest of the Radiant come to their rescue. And not looking good for the Dire here. Tusk does snowball in, does get the kill on the Kunkka. Ogre Magi just needs to get out of there. Tusk does sacrifice himself. Get out of there, Ogre Magi! What are you doing? Run!
Radiant's bottom
And
tower
poor
seems
Ogre,
to
he could have prevented another kill from happening there, but I don't blame him. Wanting to try and help out Tusk, I think. But
Radiant's bottom tower.
yeah, that was just a good play on Naga. Saw that they didn't quite have the numbers that they needed, popped the siren song, and waited for reinforcements. So that's maybe the first time I've seen Song of the Siren used correctly. And Cheeks does get the kill on the Dire Tier 1 bottom tower. But it looks like they are going to lose this tower in the mid lane here. So these guys need to start pushing some towers, guys. It's all about finding the rhythm. It's really tough because you gotta, you want to take towers off the back of a good team fight. Unless you just have Cheeks split push them to death, and you could do that if you want, I guess. So we have Slark doing a bunch of right-click damage against the Abaddon, and Abaddon taking a lot of damage while his ultimate was up, so he does get healed almost back to full. Naga Siren does go down thanks to the Slark, and the Dazzle using... was it the Shadow Wave again? Yeah. Or no, using the... I don't know what she did. I think she just right-clicked to take down the Abaddon. So good work there. And I keep zooming out by accident. Sorry about that. So we do have Templar Assassin with the Boots of Travel, which is an odd pickup this early in the game. They still have a ton of towers up, so I'm not sure why you'd necessarily want to be using that right now. But nonetheless, she does decide to farm in the offlane, and we do have Tusk rolling in with the snowball and getting off the Walrus Punch on the Kunkka. Kunkka was definitely way far forward, especially when he knew there were 5 Dire heroes right behind that. And I think we're going to need the Radiant to start defending some of these towers, or they're just going to get pushed to death. TA does teleport in with those Boots of Travel, and Tinker's really underfarmed, only sitting on the Boots of Travel. And... ultimate goes off on Abaddon, and guys, stop hitting him. Tusk does go down thanks to Naga Siren, and it looks like Slark might be able to get a kill on Tinker, but needs to back up unless he wants to die. And oh my gosh, Tinker was down to like 5 hit points, because Slark does have that nice Orb of Venom, and it looks like he's going for a Sanj and Yasha, I think, potentially. Nice Shallow Grave on the Ogre Magi. That stun from Sven doing AoE damage, and really, yeah, they grouped up and let loose that stun, and that really turned that fight around. Good work there. And the Torrent not really doing too much against Slark. Kunkka playing way too far forward yet again, but he will be okay. So I am,
Thanks for that.
good guy Sven getting off that really nice stun. That was pretty good. Good way to turn that around. And looks like he will be going BKB. Ogre Magi sitting on that Urn of Shadows. Yet another stun. Kunkka goes down, no problem. And I think it just comes down to understanding what the other heroes on the other team can do. That's what you need to look out for, because you know Sven's got that long-range stun. If you're just one dude hanging out around the tower like that, yeah, you can just get picked off so easily. That coffee's so good, you guys. So good.
Guess what's happening?
And Tusk needs to be spending some money here. Does have the phase boots, the bottled embracer. I assume he's going to be going drum, I would hope. A little late for the drum, but I do like it. It's a good item. Dazzle having no shortage of money. Dazzle's been getting a decent number of kills, even though her farm isn't very great, but that's kind of how it's supposed to be since Dazzle is support. And looks like we'll be going... Are we going Yules or Force Staff? Looks like we're going Yules. I wholeheartedly agree, Emmylou. I love Force Staff, or not Force Staff, Yules. It's one of my favorite items. Though I do like Force Staff, and I like the potential that it brings. But it's a lot of times it's hard to execute. If I get Force Staff, I tend to just use it as an escape item. So the Radiant are knocking on the door of the Dire here as 2, and I'm not sure this is a smart idea for them. We do have 4 Dire heroes just ready to come back, and yeah, Tusk gets a kill on the Naga Siren, no problem, and looks like TA is going to be in quite a bit of trouble here unless she's able to escape. But no, a big multicast, proccing for Ogre Magi, doing a ton of work. But Sven getting the last hit on the hero there. So I think this is a good time to start pushing down some of these other towers. And poor Kunkka, I think he's going to be going Battle Fury, but he's so poor. He just does not have much. Really, the best that he has is this Claymore and these phase boots. The Urn's nice, but I think you want your supports to be getting stuff like that. And the boat being used defensively, not going to catch anybody, and they want this Abaddon really badly. His ultimate did already proc. Snowball going to be used, going to catch out the Abaddon. Nice stun going down, probably going to be able to clean him up. And really, at this point in the game, the Abaddon does go down, but I don't think you necessarily want to... An Abaddon at this stage in the game isn't a huge priority target, I don't think. Because really, all he does right now is he just stays alive. And you guys saw how hard it was to take him down. It took 2 heroes and a ton of time to take him down, so... I just don't think it's entirely worth it, but nonetheless, a kill's a kill. The weave going down on Dazzle and Sven, and also caught out... Did it catch TA? I swore it caught TA in that weave. I think it did. But nonetheless, Dazzle does get the kill on the Kunkka, and I think TA is going to resign to just try and split push. Well, we also have Naga and Tinker pushing the mid lane, and I think the Dire, I think they're going to need to teleport it back to try and stop them from taking this tower. They should be able to defend it pretty easily and also get kills on them pretty easily. Every time I've played against a Naga Siren, it just has not gone well for Naga, and I think it's because she's just a terribly difficult hero to play. With you know, with the mirror image and the illusions that she brings, you really have to farm like crazy with her, and I think even just her ultimate is really hard to land, and I'm missing a team fight. Holy crap, sorry about that. But yeah, the Dire getting cleaned up here. The Dazzle and the Tusk already dead. Ogre Magi will go down. So that was a 3-for-0 exchange, and this is how you throw games, ladies and gentlemen. And I say that because I've been there. I've done it multiple times.
Dire's mid tower could use a little help.
But yeah, Sven here and defending against the Naga Siren. Using that stun on illusions, so good job, Cheeks. Good work there. We're all proud of you.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
But yeah, he's doing really well. I think Cheeks is a good Sven player. And yeah, I saw him try and play a support Sven, and that didn't go so well, but I've seen him play carry Sven, and it went well. So another tower down in favor of the Radiant. The Dire is starting to run out of towers, so gonna want to hold on to those. TA does pick up the Mask of Madness, so she is in a pretty good spot.
Save that bottom tower.
Mask of Madness is a pretty good item. I like it quite a bit. Not quite as great on TA since she's in the front lines a lot. You do take extra damage with the increased attack speed. But with the refraction, it kind of all evens out. So the boat going to catch out 3 people. Huge boat doing huge work. Dazzle doing the defensive weave, but the Ice Shard's going to positionally catch out a bunch of them. And good lord, Sven just going to town with the strength of, or God's strength in that cleave. Holy freaking cow! That was a triple kill. So yeah, it just goes to show the power of those Ice Shards, really just trapping them up in the corner around here. And yeah, that cleave just doing work. Good lord. And he is picking up a Mask of Madness for himself. Slark sitting on a Sanj and Yasha. I would think you'd want to be picking up a Scotty soon. Whenever I hear Scotty, I think of Star Trek. Ogre Magi sitting on Arcane Boots and a Force Staff. And you gotta hand it to Dazzle. Emilu's been doing a good job keeping up those wards.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's
Always a
bottom
big
tower.
fan of supports that keep the wards up.
Fortify their structures.
Looks like we're gonna have TA and Abaddon teleport in here, but teleporting in right under the tower as they're sieging, not a great idea as you can see here. And Abaddon proccing that ultimate, and TA just sitting here, melded. So if you just sit by the tower, I think they'll be able to get a kill on the TA.
Radiant lost one of them bottom
They know
towers.
she's there, I think. Abaddon's not happy. He gave up so many kills in the early game, though. Like, why is this guy so upset? Like, he fed like crazy. Both gonna catch out Sven and Ogre Magi. X being used on the Slark. The Song gonna catch out 4 of them, but I'm not sure if there's much they can do here with it. Sven cleaning up the Naga Siren yet again. TA going to town on Ogre Magi. The right clicks from her are pretty good, but she did have the negative earn charge on her, and Sven did clean her up, no problem. Basher, really good pickup for Slark, like that.
Bottom tower ain't a pretty
And we do have buybacks coming out clear across the board. And I just love Weave, because look at this. Look how high the armor is getting here. We're up to 32 armor and climbing. So we're up to plus 25 armor. Good lord.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
Gosh, I just love Dazzle. At the end of that, everyone had plus 30 armor, and that's just something you just can't push against that. If the weave goes down, it's nice to use it before the start of a fight, so the weave starts ticking, and you wait to fight. And these guys need to be backing up here. They're just going to feed a bunch of kills. Nagasaki might be able to get a triple kill here. Neck going down, but Naga might feed herself in the process. No shallow grave there from Dazzle.
3 down.
But yeah, Naga just definitely fed herself, so I think they have enough healing and HP regen to go in.
Taking a hit.
But man, it was looking a little dicey there for a while.
There goes Radiant's bottom tower.
So the siege on the base does begin,
Radiant's bottom racks.
and these racks are definitely going to go down.
Radiant's bottom racks didn't make it.
Sven has just been going to town with this
Radiant's
cleave.
bottom racks is getting
Good
mad.
lordy.
Radiant's bottom racks ain't no
Which at
longer
65% damage, I believe that's the damage of the cleave damage of 2 Battle Furies, I think. Because what, Battle Fury, it's 35% cleave damage?
Radiant's mid tower's in trouble.
But if you pick up 2 Battle Furies, you know, you get... Oh, both catching out 3 of them. Might be able to see a triple kill here from Kunkka. Kunkka does have a cleave of his own. Cleaning up the Sven. Will he go for the Slark? I don't think they'll be able to get him.
This calls for patience.
You stayed around a little too long there, boys. That's okay. Naga Siren picking up the Demon Edge. I think I would have preferred to see some other items first. Like a Yasha or Manta. Or, I mean, the Chrysalis is a good start. Don't get me wrong, that's good. Or a BKB or something. Picking up that Daedalus will help out our damage quite a bit, but I think you'd want to see something else before you pick up a Daedalus. Like a, like I said, a Yasha, a Maelstrom. Even a Lincoln's would be really nice. A Radiance would be really nice. Because you can use the, you get the Radiance, you use the Illusions, and then the Illusions have the Radiance damage, so you can just farm like crazy. But it is a little late in the game for that. Let's see what our friend Tusk has. Tusk has the Desolator. Okay. Interesting pickup for Tusk. Snowball going down. Naga Siren getting caught out. No big deal there. Walrus Punch going down on TA. TA tries to meld yet again, but the Shadow Wave gonna catch her out. No problem. The ultimate brocking for Abaddon. Look at how much damage Sven did there. Good lord. Abyssal Blade pickup for Slark. Fantastic item, good pickup there. And Slark is sitting on Sanjin Yasha and the Abyssal Blade, so the name of the game here for Slark is Disable.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
33 minutes into the game, still putting wards down. Good job.
Radiant's
She has a
mid tower
4-stack of
use a
them, still
hand.
buying wards every 6 minutes. Gotta love it. Good job, Emmylou. Which I assume since your name's Emmylou, you're a girl, so I'm referring to you as a her. If you're not, let me know. Sorry about that.
There goes the
But these
Radiant's
racks
mid
melting
bank.
very quickly, and I think this is going to be game. They can just siege these towers, no problem.
Structures must have been
And the weave going down, going to make it so hard to take them down.
Radiant's
So yeah, I
mid
think
tower
that's game.
is
That's I can't help but think that all of those Abaddon and that boat does nothing because the song, you can't be damaged when you're under a song. So you got to time that a little bit better. A little bit of a communication issue there, but you know, that's something to work on.
Somebody's cooking. Two down.
And yet again, Cheeks getting the double kill, just going crazy. Torrent catching out Sven, but it just doesn't matter. Kunkka melding like crazy. Snowball, you can use that melee range with all 5 of them. And that's going to be game, folks. So this is part 1 of the Cheeks-a-Flappin 5-stack of glory, I think he called it. I love this new ending screen. It puts in the what do you call that? Letterboxing. Looks real nice. Abaddon seems really upset from all his feeding. He said, "Great teamwork, guys," but yeah, I really feel like he was a huge reason. No, Abaddon was a huge reason that they lost. Look, 15 deaths on Abaddon, and so many of those were in the early game. So that's okay. People who are butthurt will butthurt, and that's fine. So yeah, big thanks to Cheeks-a-Flappin for suggesting these matches, and we've got part 2 coming up for episode 11. So yeah, keep those heading my way. You can find the link for that in the sidebar of the We Like Dota subreddit. Thanks for watching, guys. Check out the podcast at WeLikeDota.com, and we'll see you all later.